I told my sister you signed a picture to her and she started crying at 12 in the morning. So, yeah, you're responsible.
I make people cry, really.
She was very happy. So, 2 questions. 1, do you prefer Spanish over English or English over Spanish? And what was the most awkward thing you did on the Game of Thrones set?
Awkward.
Yes.
English Spanish is weird because I kind of feel very Spanish in London and very English in Spain because I've kind of I've got both sides, so it's very weird, kind of feel a bit displaced. But I'd say I'm Spanish from the waist down. That's the only way I can describe it, really. I don't know if that makes sense. But awkward. I don't really get awkward. I mean, I sense it in other people, and I'm like, oh, something awkward is happening right now, isn't it? But I can't really remember. No, nothing comes to mind. I'm sorry, I can't. If you want another question, go ahead. I just can't think of anything to talk to.
All right. Then, what was something that made everyone in the set uncomfortable? Something that you did that made everyone...
The cold.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, it's you know, like we're in Belfast and we're in the forest and it's very, I mean, you know, you're filming sometimes in October, November. So once I was really lucky, we were filming in July and it was amazing. When I skinned the rabbits, it was really hot that day, I remember, which made the smell interesting. Yeah, the cold it's hard, you know, I mean, because you're also in kind of that costume, you can't really put on anything modern, so it is hard.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm just wondering what the atmosphere on the Harry Potter set was like.
It was very charged, there was a lot of people. It felt very kind of, you know, even though obviously it's a massive big thing, that there was always, because there's kids involved, there's a lightness and a fun and a playfulness, you know? Especially because of the way the director gives you notes, you know, especially if he's giving notes to a group of you, and that includes, you know, younger people. It's much nicer. They give you their notes in a different way, and that's really lovely. So I think that, but there's always that sense of it. There is always that sense of this is a really beautiful, you know, we've got to get the details right, and that was definitely there.
Hello. Hi again. I was just wondering what or who was your inspiration to get into acting and/or music?
Music, just because I basically begged my mum for piano lessons from the age of 4, and my mum was like, because you know kids are fickle, like, oh, you know, and they change their mind about them, and so I begged her for a year, and she was like, no, this girl really wants to do it. You know, she was happy, she just wanted to test it, you know. So I started piano lessons from then, and I always wanted to play music. With acting it's a bit difficult because I loved it, and I loved stories, and I loved telling stories and all that stuff. But I didn't, you know what I mean, acting, I didn't understand it in the same way. It wasn't as kind of immediate. But then I went to a really amazing, incredible, I was so lucky, incredible kind of artistic school called Beadale's. And there they had a theatre, and I loved it, but I never thought it would be something I could make a living off. Do you know what I mean? I was like, and I always play the weird supporting characters, and I was like, that's brilliant. And then I used to smoke a lot, and I used to get caught a lot, and they wouldn't let me go back to London on the weekends if you got caught smoking. And then if you got caught smoking, while you were punished, you know, that was bad. And I'd been nearly suspended, you know, I'd been suspended, nearly expelled a few times, and I had a cigarette in the drama department on a weekend, and the drama teacher was the one that found me, and he was like, I was like, please don't, and he really liked me. He was like, don't worry, just go into the barn, which is where we did drama, and in there was a room full of little kids that were like 10, and me, and I was like, are you joking? Am I babysitting? What is this? And I had dreads at the time and piercing, and I was like, and this lovely woman, who I now know, and she's a great casting director, gave me a script, and I was like, okay, and I read it, and it was about a boy, and that's how it was completely. That drama teacher, and I'm still friends with him, Al-Mio, he's amazing. So just because this one drama teacher wanted to give me a chance and not get me punished, I got a job, it's amazing. Thank you.
I'm just a big fan, by the way. I was just wondering, what was it like filming the final scene in the Harry Potter movies? Like, you know, how it was all coming to an end, how did it feel for the entire cast?
I mean, unfortunately, I didn't really get a sense of it because, like, you know, the scene that me and Lupin do, like, actually, that was just us on our own. And so, do you know what I mean? It was very kind of separate. It was like, oh, and that was actually my last day, but everyone thought I might be back in again. So there was no, like, celebrate. It was like, but, you know, see you next week, maybe. You know, there wasn't even a proper farewell. But luckily, my band Molotov Jukebox played at the premiere. So that was awesome. So that was my way of saying goodbye. But I didn't feel that kind of, that I wasn't able to say goodbye to it like everyone else in a way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. My question is about Game of Thrones. So, what was your first actual scene on set? And what was it like in the forest when you actually got captured by Theon and Rob? Richard Burton and...
Yes! Yeah. No, I think that might have been my first scene, actually. Was it? It was either that one or with Christian when he's naked. No, it was that one. No, it was with Theon. It was great. I remember just getting there before and we had like a bit of some fight training because I had a club. And I remember like Rob had like some padding, but it's like I think I missed it once. But it was, do you know what I mean? But it was really nice in the directors. You know, at that point there wasn't all that pressure on it in the same way. So it was a fun set. It was a fun set to work on that day, and you know the director would keep coming up to me because I said I thought my character would be like a dirty raccoon. She was an animal, and you know occasionally be like, "Amanda, you're a raccoon." So I quite enjoyed that.
Hi. I was wondering, on the Harry Potter set, have you ever been involved in online or any pranks that have been played between the cast?
Yeah, people ask me. No. Maybe that was more for the kids that they did that. Obviously, they were growing up together, and I came in quite late. Do you know what I mean? And I'd kind of come in for random days, so it wasn't the same sense like that because they had school there. Like on set, they had a little school, so and to keep up with their education. So I think it was a bit different for me than for them, unfortunately. Sorry, that doesn't answer your question. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a question again of Game of Thrones. Now, I don't know when your character, Osha, will be appearing again, but assuming Jon Snow does survive, would you like to see his character and Osha get it on?
Yeah! Great idea, thank you. Why don't you write a letter and let's see if we can make it happen. Amazing. Yeah. Why not? Thank you.
I might just jump in here with a quick question. What can you tell us about Survival International? Survive International?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
Survival International. Oh, it's an amazing charity that helps one of my best friends from school. She's amazing. Works there, and it basically helps. They fight against governments trying to take Indigenous people's land. And she knows how to speak Spanish, so she goes often to South America to try and stop this. But she finds it really hard because a lot of the time the people that work for these charities can't actually have contact with the tribes because you know they can't. We'd probably kill them with any of our diseases. So it's a hard job, but it is rewarding. They do lose a lot of battles, obviously, because governments have money, but it's so important they're there. And now I'm speaking about survival. Actually, you guys should also check out Womankind. It's an incredible charity. So we only managed to do our album, the next album, Tropical Gypsy, because it was crowdfunded, so all our fans helped us. Amazing. And a percentage of every pledge goes to Womankind, and it's a charity that tries to deal with the worst affected areas of the way that women are still discriminated horrifically across the world. I mean, just unacceptably. So that's amazing. That you guys should check it out. They really do great work. Anyway, sorry. I mean, I smoke an electric pipe now. I've stopped smoking. I mean, as a smoker, I'd say that I'm happy with the way things are, obviously, because I'd hate for this to be illegal, because I use it all day, every day. So I'd say nicotine.
Okay, Steve.
Hermione.
You're going down under the stage soon.
Hermione.
I don't know. I'm not really good at this. Dumbledore.
Accurate.
Absolutely. You know what? They love each other all along, man. Bromance was strong there.
Dumbledore.
Yeah, why not? Hello.
Agridor.
I know how you said that you missed your friend's play to read the seventh book. How did you feel when you find out what happened to Tonks?
I just hoped I had a really good death scene. I think most actors are like yes, and I lasted till the end, which is good. I was just hoping to get a really cool death scene, maybe on a broom. And I was wondering if I'd have a big pregnant belly as well. They didn't do it in the end, but that would have been cool.
Did you want to thank JK, or did you like
JK? Say it again, sorry.
Did you want to thank JK, or did you like that was me?
I didn't think of it either way, really. It was just part of the story. I mean, obviously everyone should want to thank her because she's amazing. Generally. So maybe just thank her. Again?
Yeah, hi again. I was also wondering, with the movie about the festival, what was it like? You were handcuffed to the other actor the whole time while in the movie. What was that like? And did they sometimes just leave you guys handcuffed together?
No, I mean,
they stopped filming.
but there was no time to be out of cuffs. It wasn't like normal filming. We literally we were on our feet the whole day, going from scene to scene. So we'd finish a scene and we'd have to go somewhere else. You know, so most of the time we were handcuffed.
Well, wasn't that awkward? Just being stuck together the whole time?
Not really. I mean, most of the time you are kind of pretty close to the person you're acting with. You know what I mean? So it was a bit weird, like. But no, I mean, we were just struggling so hard to get through it that was kind of the least of our worries. In a way, if that makes sense.
Did you have a custom-made porta potty so you could keep your arm out?
Say it again?
Did you guys have a custom-made porta potty so that you could still be...
Water body?
A toilet. So you could,
Oh no, what we
while
did
you were
in
still
fact,
handcuffed.
no, what we did, because we had to keep moving so much, is that a lot of time we did piss circles. So like some of the other cars would like go around you and you just squat and then we had to go. So there wasn't time sometimes to do loo breaks.
And that wasn't awkward?
No.
Acting is such a glamorous career.
Insomnia when I film anyway. But by the season 3 I was really losing my mind. Because it's like, you feel really responsible and you don't want to let it down, like the team down, I don't know, the whole crew, you know?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for bothering to ask questions and bothering to listen. It's really sweet of you.
Auckland, show your